Welcome back to Drawpedia tutorials. In this video, I'm going to take a break from tutorial, but instead today I will do the 10 art style challenge for a change. So this time I picked Midas from Fortnite for my subject matter, and I will draw him in 10 art styles. Let's get started. So first up we have Disney, and I'm taking Prince Eric in specific as the reference, and the other prince as side reference. And the features of a Disney prince would have a long face and a slightly bigger neck, and for the eyebrow I'm giving him a curve on one side and a wavy one on the other. So because we are taking the classic Disney 2D animation style, so we're using a lot of colored lines, which is the signature of Disney classical 2D cartoons. And in terms of the coloring style, classical Disney cartoons uses a lot of flat color, and the shadow is also flat colored. Whenever I see a Disney character, they always have this as if they're saying, "Oh, hi!" And I wanted that with this drawing as well. Now moving on to Dragonball. So we're gonna do the Dragonball style with the character looking directly to the camera and slightly tilting downwards. That's the signature angle of Dragonball. So the lines are all black, and all the features on his face are more or less a standard Dragon Ball style. All the nose, the eye, and the ear is like a template. Shadows, they have two different shadows, one a lighter one and a darker one, and sometimes they add a lighter overlay. So I'm putting the shadows on the left side for him and the lighter shade on the right. So the next one is Adventure Time. So Adventure Time is more of a simplified version of the human anatomy. So the hands are like snake-like, and the main sample that I'm taking from is definitely Finn, but I was having problem looking for how to stylize the hair, because there's no similar or equivalent sample, but the colors are mostly flat and there's no shadow for Adventure Time. And I forgot to draw the golden hands, and you're gonna see it in the final product. And for Pokemon style, it's using black color for all the lines as well. And for the Pokemon style, I chose to use the first generation Pokemon style because that's more memorable for me. And for the coloring side for Pokemon style, is basically one shadow and a lighter overlay. In some versions they have two shadow tone, the darker one and the lighter one, but most parts it's just one tone of shadow. So the next one will be Mario, and at first I thought that, you know, I would not include the mustache, but then again, after a while it looks more like Smurf instead of Mario, so I decided to add the mustache. And yeah, now it looks like Mario and Midas instead of Smurf. So Mario's style is more of a 3D because now, you know, the Mario brothers, they are more like a 3D character. So I'm adjusting based on the coloring based on my style and the shadows and all. Next we would have Matt Groening style, and for this I'm using most of the Simpsons. For the head part I'm referring to Bart, and the lower half would be Homer. And for this style, it's more of a precise lines for the circles, and it's not really my style actually, but you know, I tried. And for the hair part, Simpsons character don't really have this kind of hair, and I was contemplating whether to color him yellow or stick to Midas skin tone. So I end up using Midas skin tone because I mean the features of Simpsons are recognizable regardless of the color, and yeah, it turns out to be okay. And for the shadow part, it's more of a flat shadow on one side and a minor touch of lighter overlay on the right side in my illustration. So the next one will be Naruto, and obviously it's based on Naruto himself. I thought of putting his hand to the back would be so Naruto, so I went with it. At first I was contemplating as well to add the 3 lines at the cheeks, and I end up putting those lines because, you know, it looks okay. And for Naruto, it's similar to Pokemon shadow style. They tend to have 2 shadow tone. One is a lighter and a darker one, and a light overlay in certain parts. And I'm surprised that Naruto and Pokemon do not apply hair shine for all their characters, which is usually the case for Japanese anime. So the next is Gravity Falls, and I'm taking Deeper Pines as a sample, but obviously he's nowhere near Midas on his physicals, so the hair was a challenge because the characters have a specific style and I have to adapt to it, and it just but basically it was a simpler character style. And the next is Steven Universe. So obviously I'm taking Steven as a sample. The overall look of the characters from Steven Universe are more of the thicker kind of physique, and the hair is quite stylized as well. So the last one will be from Sailor Moon, and to be honest, I never watched Sailor Moon, but I thought it would be fun to see how Midas would look in this style. I mean, I'm familiar with this anime, but I never watch it. And this is very the OG of Japanese anime. Everything on the checklist is on this character. Like shiny hair, the exaggerated features, and I decided to add a rose on his hand. I had fun doing this challenge, and if you guys enjoyed this content too, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.